Once again, parents and students and parents, we got another presentation here. My notes, straight PowerPoint presentation, straight to YouTube, straight to the internet, straight to the whole world. Therefore, my students, if they miss a day, boom, they can still be caught up. And if they want to review and study, which I'm such a fan of, they can also go ahead, review, get the information down pat. These set of notes, as you can see, is over the rock cycle. It's going to be real simple, very straight to the point. As we move forward, we're going to talk about mineral identification, soil, and everything to do with the Earth's crust, our ground, our surface. All right, let's move on. Start off with the question, what type of rock is granite? Now, we've all seen granite, especially my wealthier students. And at Horace Mann, we got plenty of those. Tell me, though, what type of rock is granite? I asked this question to my students, and many of them could tell me it is igneous rock. In other words, what you're looking at on your countertop, if you got granite countertops, used to be lava. In fact, it used to be magma. It used to be within our mantle, but it erupted. It came through a volcano, and then it cooled off. And as it cooled off, it turned into a solid rock known as granite. Granite is an igneous rock. Talk more about the rock cycle. Here we go. As time passes, rocks break down and the minerals in them are recycled. Thus the term cycle. This pattern of change is called the rock cycle. So, excuse me, volcanoes erupt. The lava cools down and it turns into igneous rock. Nevertheless, you have weathering, you have erosion, you have water, you have wind, and it breaks this igneous rock down into small sediments. Then those small sediments settle to the bottom of lakes, bottom of rivers, or they just settle, period. And then with pressure and time, they actually get compacted in to sedimentary rock. So these small pieces of pebbles and sand and dirt actually get mashed together to form a rock, which is sedimentary rock. Now, that sedimentary rock we know form as layers. So the bottom layer is the oldest layer. And as it gets closer and closer to the bottom, and as more and more pressure builds on top of it, boom, it turns into metamorphic rock. Eventually, a metamorphic rock would find its way towards the mantle, inside a volcano, and boom, it's going to melt. And as it melts, it turns back into lava, and eventually, boom, you're going to have another volcanic eruption or shield volcanoes. We already know, all volcanoes don't go boom, all volcanoes don't erupt. But a volcano is any opening in Earth's crust where lava flows out. So we know that. We just learned that as we studied plate tectonics and volcanoes. Moving on, let's talk about rock. A solid natural material made up of one or more minerals. Minerals make up rock, and we know it must be natural, and it's a solid. There are three different types of rock, as I said before. We have igneous, and then we have sedimentary, and last but not least, we have metamorphic rock. Talk about igneous rock. Igneous rock, here's your definition. Rock formed from lava that has cooled down and hardened. Igneous rock is rock formed from lava that is cooled and hardened. Examples of igneous rock is granite, basalt, and pumice. And a lot of you all, especially moms and women, you all know what pumice is. Well, that actually came out of a volcano. Pumice used to be lava. Sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock is rock formed from layers of sediment, sand, dirt, yada, yada, yada. Rock formed from layers of sediment that have been cemented together. There's time and pressure that does that. Sedimentary rock forms in layers with the oldest rock at the bottom. Another diagram of sedimentary rock. So you have rock and sediment, small pebbles, small grains up here in this lake. All right, it's funneled down. I guess this is a pond. It's funneled down through this river or stream, and then it settles in this huge body of water, whether it's a lake or an ocean. Now, at first it's here, but then more and more sand is coming down. And eventually, what used to be here thousands of years ago had made its way down here. Now this pressure is starting to compact it. Another 1,000 years go by, boom, and it's here. Millions of years go by, and now it's down here. Now it's cemented together as sedimentary rock. But as it goes further and further down, it's going to turn into metamorphic rock. We get there later. Here's a picture of the Grand Canyon, and you can see the different layers. That's a telltale sign of sedimentary rock. When you see layers right here, different color, then boom, small change in color. That's time. That's time. That those different colors and those layers represent time. Metamorphic rock. Definition is rock formed when heat, pressure, or chemical reactions change one type of rock into another type of rock. All right, and so at first we had sedimentary rock, boom, but as it goes down further and further and gets closer to this heat, because we know it's getting closer and closer to the mantle, and this heat from the mantle actually transforms this sedimentary rock, boom, into metamorphic rock. That's exactly what happened. Up here is sedimentary rock. See the layers. But as it gets closer, and we look at our key down here, this color, which is similar to right here, this heat, and then the pressure from all of these layers on top of it, all of these layers combined with the heat transforms the sedimentary rock into metamorphic rock. Another diagram, another picture. This side over here in purple, increasing pressure. As more pressure is applied to the rock, this is increasing temperature. So at first you got a low-grade metamorphic rock called shale, then you have slate, then you have schist, then you have gneiss, and then of course high-grade, I think that's migmatite. We're going to try. I should have looked it up beforehand. But as you can see, increasing temperature and increasing pressure creates metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock can be formed from sedimentary rock or igneous rock. Examples of metamorphic rock, you have gneiss, and of course, very common, especially among my wealthy students, you have marble. All right, 2 examples of metamorphic rock. These examples that I'm giving you, please know and understand for the quiz and the test. I will ask for examples of these different types of rock. And we end with another example of sedimentary rock, like this picture. It's right there by the beach. Nice. And then in the background, you see a body of water there too. I wish I knew where this place was. That's a nice place, but that's the end. I'll see y'all later. This has been Mr. Guest. I'm out. Look for more PowerPoints. Look for more of my notes coming soon. I appreciate your support.